From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Attack! Yellow!
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
A 1st down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Here's O'Connell. He completes it right side of lane. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now it's O'Connell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Sticking to the air with O'Connell here. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll send the tight end in motion. O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting in position. And this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
In motion left goes Myers. On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell. And a dump off to White. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw here, O'Connell. Open man is Myers. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
28.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. O'Connell. Touchdown! Devontae Adams from 4 yards out. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead, put it on him, and score a touchdown.
Yeah.
And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2. They don't get it. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. 2 yards is the pickup, and that'll be good for a KC first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and a couple. Now here's Mahomes. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Justin Watson from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from taking the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have it.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Play action. Now O'Connell. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So now then the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. In motion the tight end. Off the play fake. O'Connell, short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. O'Connell's throwing for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
O'Connell on 1st and 10. Gets the check down throw to White.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
We're at the 41, 2nd and 9. In motion comes the tight end left. On 2nd down, O'Connell. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Hey, 57, 57.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, 57, 57. Easy.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
4 yards on the pickup.
Second down and 6 now. And they go play action here with O'Connell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end Gray. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32.
Still working on it. Just trying to add new plays, see what works, see what don't.
Desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Rice. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
2nd down and 8.
21-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
Hey, so many times.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they corral
Oh,
just
now
a
you got
couple
tired
of
of that,
yards
bro.
shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On the run, this is Gray.
Looks like.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
Oh, and that's some trickery. They fake the spike. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal.
Looks
To
like.
the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Now Mahomes got to have this one.
Looks like.
Caught at the 1. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
That is caught. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. It gets it right back to Mayer. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now he'll throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To the air again with O'Connell. A dump off for Abdul. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Yay.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You know, when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Hey, riblet, riblet. Yellow.
Mahomes. Watson making the catch. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Mahomes' throw brought in by Watson. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw it. To the sideline.
I love those guys. I fucking love it.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Mahomes will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Yellow.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Come back.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with some...
My defense is definitely on another level, man. Play Collins getting better there. So I can win nasty games like that where my offense just doing unnecessary turnovers. Role for my defense, man, is just play harder than the offense. I think that I take pride in my defense.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And this taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now Gino on first down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 57 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, O'Connell. He had a man open, but
you gotta make these easy throws, bro. I can do everything for you. I mean, I put it where it needs to be.
Third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right
fucking
there.
out routes and corners.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll go for it. O'Connell able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 31 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. On 1st and 10, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And down to the 36-yard line here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one.
And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Pass since he's in a close set. And then help break from the seam and take some underneath.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over.
Shot plays going on over the day.
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And O'Connell now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Bumping going on, man. Run a clean route for me, bro.
Step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in
That
zone.
hard?
You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22.
Comes out, got normal. We'll stay with it. Yep.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off with points for themselves.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Geno. Flushed out right.
Good D.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
O'Connell on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And the ball is knocked out. It looks like one of the DBs.
Hey, it worked, man. I just got to get him to get on the ground, man.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage...
Oh, it worked even better. We got 2 points. Let's go.
Smith goes down.
Fucking defense, bro.
That is a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break.
Fuck with someone that know how to run match coverage perfectly.
Was how they expected to do it, but give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was a chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Cover 3 blitz or cloud.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. Throwing left sideline there.
Hayden, don't sell on me, bro. Like, come on,
Now, you
man.
could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Back to throw, O'Connell. The 20. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Are we in the red zone? I know what time it is. Get that ball to Devontae.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. To throw here, O'Connell. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5
only
seconds
well
to go.
Devontae can get
And
it.
unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. O'Connell toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like, dude cannot hit corner routes, man. Let's save his life. I'm gonna have to go in the lab, bro.
But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't
them
made
throws
very
that
well
you rely
because
on
of
his
that.
regular ratings
So with 1 second left in the half,
and
on
awareness
is
to
the
make them
field goal
throws,
unit.
and he just
This
doesn't
a
have it.
27-yard
It's
attempt here.
too tough to freeform it.
The kick by Carlson is good, but now there is a
we
penalty
gonna
marker
decline
on the
and do that
field, so
halftime.
let's see what this is about. That's
Defense
it for the
out here,
first
goddamn
half.
doing
2
shit
more
for us.
quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Well, I got a defense. I'm good. I can win these slobber knocker games. Yeah, it's a little too early
Well, it's
for
only
this.
a one-score game, third
Scared
quarter,
the
mind you,
defense
but
that
they're
much.
going to go for the onside kick right here.
We got back. Oh, we
And
got
the
back.
hands
Oh,
team for the Raiders able to
got to beat
secure
it back
it.
though.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now. A chance to expand upon that lead here.
When you
With the
safety
first
down,
drive
you
in the
don't have
third
to deal with a
quarter.
lineman
Believe it or
blocking.
not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it.
blitz me, you
And in
don't get
addition,
blocked.
it sets
As
up the
simple as
pass
that.
game really well for them too.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So
All
they'll
about
come
the
up
ID.
first and 10 now from the 33. Once again, it's Jacobs.
Jacobs is running hard for me.
He takes this one down just shy of
Stop
the 20.
blitzing, dummy.
117 yards on
Matter of
the
time
ground
before you
for
fuck around and
Jacobs,
find out.
so this is a first
So,
down.
no. Point is for me to blitz. You're the lead defender. I ain't got to worry about you.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he's going to be taken down
I would
short
try
of
this.
first, right around the 15-yard line. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Oh, he went for the pitch. Oh, and it worked. I was setting for an inside zone. I gotta call pitch over. We'll take it. This pitch usually doesn't work much this year.
With 6 points. So a big decision there to go on 4th down gets him not only to first.
I'm trying to avoid running it a lot. I'll try to run it to
Brandon,
keep
you and I
people
know
honest.
that all these
But
coaches tell us if every play is executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest.
ooh,
They were
right
shooting for
in
the
the
first
bread
down on
basket.
that one. And
Go.
boy, were they fortunate to take it all the way in.
There we go. That's all I need from my offense. Just put a good drive together. Let my defense go out there and ball out.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Talking about, oh, you can't play
This
defense
position,
on the
trying to
game.
get back into the game.
Lie.
Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Smith on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
We got help over there. Let's go.
Incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Throwing now is Geno.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, Chris.
And he'll be taken
You right there.
before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Smith. That's complete to DK
Long as it's
Metcalf.
tight, though.
And he gets this
good.
inside the 35-yard line. To the air again, Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this
Chris, I'm trying to give you a chance, bro.
look very much
Trying to give you a chance to be something. Be great.
Second down coming up. Smith.
Yeah, Chris.
And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And he
Locked
doesn't
on, bro.
quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Walker.
Yes,
No
sir.
signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Again, Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the
Don't make you
ground.
think to run on a 2-point conversion, bro. That was dumb.
As they stop him behind the line. And they decide fairly
Especially
early
when you know
here
your
they need
opponent
the
got a
ball
good
back,
defense.
so
Don't
here's
do
an
that.
onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And the
Ball on
hands
it.
team for the
Thank you.
Raiders able to secure it.
But I'm pissed at you, Myers, bro. You can't be doing stupid shit now. Got a game to win, yo.
First down throw, O'Connell.
Any overthrow it. Oh!
This is caught.
That was a good overthrow. Fuck it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
He was probably playing man when
45
he was in his zone.
yards.
That would have been a
And
pick.
the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
I think if you pulled
I don't know
defensive
how I did
backs,
that, but
they
we
would
did
say
that.
the corner
We
route,
probably shaded.
take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Try so hard, feeling just too strong. You make me.
And I guess the touchdown
You made me
wasn't
wanna
enough. They want the onside kick as well.
Be the one in a new relationship to choose. That's what you do.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
Yeah, well, come on, bro. You gotta knock the fire from his ass. This man is gonna stay in gun normal the whole fucking game, bro.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Smith.
Chris, get it.
And that one incomplete.
Only.
They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter.
Spamming YouTube palm beaters.
Smith, an incomplete
And they don't
pass on
work
the
because
first
you know
down.
why?
Second and 10.
My match coverage is elite. My match coverage is a fucking elite.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I know how to run
Good
this
effort
shit.
there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Going for the knockout blow right there.
Steady out
If
here
I'm
trying
up
to
2
call
scores, I'd be
palm
worried about an
readers.
interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
He lets it fly for Lockett.
Ah,
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls
Trust
to the
my
ground
boys,
and
man.
brings up fourth down.
I
They're at the
trust
point
me
of
so
the ball
much,
game
bro.
now where they've got to take some
You don't go
chances.
like that.
They've got to put the ball in the air and just
Just a
see what
little bit of
happens.
this.
But this defense knows that all
And a
too
little
well.
bit of that.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. He lets it fly for
That's it.
Lockett. And this one is incomplete.
Don't quit, bro. You might learn something.
The
There you go.
Seahawks go for it, but can't convert.
Go back,
And
watch
the
your
Raider
film,
D,
man.
they
It'll make
get
you
the
a better player.
football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come
For one,
away
dollar
with
defense
anything
ain't
there
it.
on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they
You
can't
get
check
dotted
out
up.
of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Throw that
Take it out of the bullshit out of the
Tucker.
turn.
And they do get it
Go
down,
basic
but
as
not
fuck. Just
before
go vertical on
he's able to
him.
slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
White
Good crack block. Let's go.
will score.
You gotta get better at running that toss.
So the toss
You had that toss to that fucking end around. Oh my
And
god.
you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to
You
stop
gonna
the run
be-
in the middle of the
you gonna
field,
have
that
them.
your blockers can gain a little
You
bit of
gonna have them.
advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this
Not
time,
running no
he had the speed to win
fucking
that
spinner
race.
on me, bro. Get you with that fucking end around again. They gonna be all she fucking wrote. God. Why is my plays not showing up?
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Now a toss
Imagine
coming
getting
right
hit with it
side.
twice.
It's White, and he is into the end zone.
Get out of that
again.
dollar
As he
defense, bro. That's not how you
scores
play.
both the touchdown and the
Dollar and
two-point
quarter. Come on, man. I'm in
conversion
12
to
personnel. Well,
extend this
actually,
lead.
I'm in 13 personnel.
The kickoff
Oh,
team on the field now as they will
23
send
personnel.
this
My
one
bad.
away.
I got 3 tight ends on the field. 2 running backs.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard
Got match
line.
personnel first and foremost. Then you go from there. Lord have mercy. These little dollar spammers get mad when you try to teach them stuff. Dollar defense is not a all-down defense. Come on now. That's why you got a shitty-ass record. Look at all these wins. Chiefs, Ravens. People trying to come out with the fucking Seahawks, man. Come on, man. I think I got my defense where I want. If anybody want like a session to pick my brain apart, just let me know, man. I'm available, man. This is the time to do it. I got some vacation holidays up, and that's why I'm on a lot right now. Y'all trying to get y'all want to pick my brains apart, and y'all want to learn some stuff, man. Hit me up for a one-on-one session. I'll stream it for you. We'll do a separate stream just for you, so you guys can kind of understand. Obviously, right now the defense playing a little bit better, but I still got some good offensive stuff. But you're not gonna find anybody out there that run match coverage better than me. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, it is what it is. So fuck the other channels because they lying to you about some bullshit. But y'all want to learn? Definitely, bro. What's your PSN, bro? I'll send you a message and we can get into the film, into the lab session. And you can box up anybody just like I did. It's pretty simple. I actually like that big nickel versus like double sets when they have it. Anytime they have a tight end on the line, you use big nickel. If it's more spread, where the tight end's offline, and you use the 2-4 or like a nickel normal. Where Mula PSN. Search for players. Where Mula. All right. All right, I sent you a request. Give me one sec. Let me get me my something to drink because my throat's starting to get sore from all this teaching. First and foremost is start with the play call. You got to see what they come out in. Because if you're at a point where you're picking your defense before they pick their offense, you're already in the wrong. You're not a psychic. You don't know what they're coming out in. Stop doing that. So let me do this. I gotta get you in a party chat. Let's see. Game base. Start party. Invite. I would assume you're online because you just accepted a friend request. One of these days I'm just going to go through here and just delete all these people that I don't even play with no more. Alright, so I got the party invite. That's going to be the first step. You got to accept that. And then we can continue from there. There you go. Mic check. Mic check. What's up? What's up, man? Where you from? Oh, not too far from me. Stay in a little small town right outside of Montgomery. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a share play, okay? And it's gonna be in practice mode. So now I gotta do this. Gotta go to the party and start share play. You need to accept that. I got you. It's changed over the years, but some of the concepts are pretty much there. Just put it on all Madden, that way you can kind of get used to the sheds that they invoke. I know Regs is all pro and stuff, but you challenge yourself on the difficulty, you can make faster reads. No, you don't learn anything in head to head. Like if someone's sitting there just beating your butt, like what are you learning? Like you got to know what I'm going to teach you. So if you need to write down anything, this is your chance. One of the first things, like in terms of just playing with like default regs, do you play regs CFM or do you play MUT? Or are you just kind of all in between? You there? Hello? Mic check. Okay. So do you play regs, CFM, or MUT, or do you play all of it? All right. So regs, everything is going to be threshold based. So a lot of what you see people trying to run is not going to be as effective. Like, for instance, in order for man coverage to be good across the board, you would need 91 threshold. And there's not a lot of teams that have that on enough players for you to just have elite man coverage across the board. So everything goes based off stats, and then you kind of look at the receivers versus the DBs. Usually your top two DBs are okay, but where does your third DB fall in line versus, if someone's moving their top receiver around? Is he going to be able to play the same way versus that guy without help? Or, is he just going to get beat, Zone is the same thing. It's threshold based, They basically just play grass, and you just expect someone to throw something there. The way Madden is, I think man and zone stock, untouched, is not necessarily going to be the way to go. The way that I play defense, I turn match on from the beginning of the game, go into your coaching adjustments, turn your match on immediately. It's going to give you the best of both worlds in terms of plastering like man is supposed to, and it's going to play leverage to the ball like zone is supposed to. So go ahead and turn your match on. Just go to your coaching adjustments, and it'll be the R3 tag. I think click R3 coach adjustments. Click the R3 button, and then go all the way down to the bottom and turn your match rules on. Zone coverage match. There you go. So the rules that you need to understand is inside to out. Okay, every formation is going to be a little bit different. Any close sets you want a deep half. Okay, if it's close on one side and not on the other, you can go deep half on the bunch side and third on the ISO. If it's spread, you can go more palms look, or if it's a situation where there's if you see a tight end on the line, you could go palms coverage. Like if I'm double Z close, for instance, you could probably go cover six invert to deal with that, because you have the deep half on the slot side, and then you have the match rules quarters defense on the double side. It's usually just how I kind of break things down. So if I see anything doubles, it's either going to be cover six, and if it's anything trips, it's going to be rip Liz concept, which will be match. Anything cover three match will be versus trips. I'll kind of give you an idea on, let me see, we'll start with the trips and just kind of keep the concept of everything is man-to-man as long as it's vertical, and then we'll go from there, okay? So I'll just start running verts, and you need to run a cover 3 seam. Since I'm in a trips, you need, let me see what you have. Let me see, you got nickel normal, nickel over. What other nickels do you have? It's over. All right, so your best bet is to run nickel over. The next thing that I would do is go to your sub linebackers. You want to run one safety, one linebacker. Your safety, like if you can pause the game and set your depth chart up, it'll be a lot easier. Your sub linebacker number 1 needs to be a safety. He doesn't have to be the greatest safety. He just needs to be someone that's, good in coverage. Agility helps. And then your number 2 should be your best linebacker for that position. Swap them. Safety 1, linebacker 2. There you go. And just make sure there you go. All right, so the way that I would deal with trips is usually do you have a big nickel, or those are the only nickels you have? Because you could probably run it from that. Just look for a cover 3 seam. I got you. So you're going to be looking for a cover 3 seam. And that's going to be your rip live concept. All right. So anytime you're playing match, you're going to press it. Okay. Now, the next thing you need to worry about the front alignments. You want to make sure everything's matching up correctly with everything. Okay. Your safety is going to basically carry off on Myers, or you can watch Mayer here. I'm just going to start simple and just block the running back so that you get everything burned. No, you can play that linebacker. That safety's gonna do his job, and you just want to kind of get a jam over there on Myers. Are you familiar with defensive assist? All right. Move your D line. You can pinch them down here, or slide them to the right, because you don't want your edge rusher too close. There you go. So basically, as soon as I snap the ball, you're going to hold the L1 button and down on the D-pad. Now, you can opt to press X. If you time it right, you'll get a good chuck. But mainly, you're just going to do it just to slow the route concept down and pass it over to the next, zone that's behind you. Don't hold it for... You can use the guy that's matched up with him. Now, sometimes you could probably swap it and probably put in that situation. You might want to put the safety there. It doesn't matter, because he's just going to play. What you're going to do in match coverage, rip liz, everything's passing off. Okay, as a short zone, you're just going to get a jam or a chuck, and then you're going to pass off him to the next zone, to everything that's to the right, and then anything that comes to you, you're going to trap down. Okay, so you're going to cover Myers as long as nothing comes to the other side. Yeah, you'll be waiting for anything to cross over, and that'll be your assignment, because you have 3 zones on the other side of the field. You have the seam flat, you have the hook curl, and you have the third. Okay? So all you're going to do, as soon as I hike this, you're just going to hold L1 and move the analog stick to kind of position yourself against Myers. Only do it for like a quick second or two. Don't hold on to it for too long, because if you hold on to it for too long, you're going to get animated to where you can't get down to the second read. You just want to get a good jam on them and then go from there. Okay, and then we'll slow it down, and I'll show you the film on it. All right, you ready? All right, so I'm going to slow it down, and I want you to see how all the zones play, because all you're doing is you're just going to trap down. The quicker you get at it, the better. See, the thing with match thirds is going to get a very good press. I want you to pay attention. Like sometimes, like certain formations like this, it won't press, but it'll stay out in front. It's not going to get beat. All right. See, the seam flat is going to press and take anything to the outside. So if there's a drag coming across, he's going to get out in front. Huh? Nope. You don't even need to touch that. So there's optional adjustments that you can make to this. Like, for instance, seam flat plays outside leverage. You could use or adjust your number 2 to a vert hook, and he'll be inside leverage. Okay? So that's just something that you can. And then if you want to play the vert hook right there, you could actually put that safety in a deep half. And then you could carry. You could probably put your backside hook or whoever it is in a mid read, and he'll take the deep crosser all the way over, and then you can put an outside quarter on the backside. That way he'll pick up. Now I'm going to teach you how every match zone works, okay? So what we're going to do here is just slide your linebackers to the right. To the left, my bad. I'm going to teach you. Yeah. You're going to put that safety in a mid read. I'm going to teach you how these match zones work. Nah, the guy in the middle, the sub linebacker. Yeah. He's going to be a mid read. The next one you're going to do is you're going to put that safety in an inside quarter. The safety on the other side, the opposite side, the one that's in the hook curl. No, the hook curl safety on the right, put him in an inside quarter. All right, you can go deep half with the other safety. Now, the deep half will be basically support as soon as the ball gets thrown. The thing with match coverage is, as soon as the ball gets thrown, all the zones are going to go straight to the ball. They're not going to worry about who their assignment is anymore. They're going straight to the ball. So whoever the deepest is of them two, your safety is going to be supporting between your number one and number two receiver. The mid read and the inside quarter on the backside is going to take the crosser. So I'm going to slow it down for you. The other thing you can do here is you can take that third corner over there and put him in a soft squat. No, not that one. The other one. The one on the tight end side. All right. Now I would back him off. No, don't. Not like that. Hold up. You got to do the individual backups, not user adjusted. Like you got to tap triangle, and then back. Do it from the quick adjust. Because if you user touch him, you might get him out of a position that he needs to be in. Hold up, I don't even think I picked the right play. Hold up. Okay, there we go. I got an audible to it. All right. So see how you pressed? That's going to be your global press, right? The next thing you would do is hit triangle. You get him in the soft squat. Hit triangle, press individual, which will be X. And then there should be a thing on Myers, and then back off. There you go. Try it again. Press up on the D. Okay, you didn't move. All right, that's fine. Which cover 3 seam are you in? Are you in buzz seam or are you in? That looks like a buzz. Get out of buzz. Run a regular seam. I use buzzes for different situations. I don't use them for trips too much. You could, but it's different because that hook kind of takes your mid-read assignment away unless you run 3 safeties. It's like if you want to adjust what's beating you. So just put the soft squat over there with the safety in the inside quarter. And then that other safety sub linebacker that I have the ID on, put him in a mid read. It'd be triangles, right for the linebackers. Hit right. I think that's it. Quick adjust. Press the X, and then put him in a no. What did you do to him? We're gonna put him in a mid read. There you go. I'm gonna show. There you go. All right. So now on the other side, you could put that safety that you have in a mid third. You could put him in a deep half because you basically the inside quarter that seam flat safety, you need to put in a inside quarter. That's a third, inside quarter. And then put a soft squat on that corner on the other side. Let me show the play art. Okay, so you got the soft squat, you got the mid read, you got the deep out. So the only thing now, you can actually go outside quarter on Adams since you have over the top help. Change him from an outside third to an outside quarter. And then you can take that seam flat, hit triangle, triangle, and then get on your slot corner and put him in a vert hook. Well, I'm just showing you how the different ways match coverage works. I'm going to teach you how to seal off the crosser without having to user it, and then allow you to play more aggressive underneath. The thing with the vert hook, he's going to play inside leverage. So if that route, if they're quick passing it, he's going to jump the route. Okay. If anything crosses over to that side, usually they'll play down on it. As your user, you might want to get out of that blitz assignment because your first step will be a blitz, and you don't want to do that. You want a flat foot. Just put yourself in a zone. And like I said, all you're going to do is jam Myers, hold L1 prior to the snap, and hold it. And then you can move the D-pad, and then just press X, and then let both of them go. And then you're going to go down to the tight end route, okay? Don't spend too much time on the crosser. So we're just going to go through the route progress, and then we'll show you the film. So you put an inside quarter on him, right? So he's going to get a jam, but it's okay because, like I said, you have a deep half over here backing you up. So if he tries to throw it just because he thinks he got beat, that deep half is going to play the ball as soon as it's thrown on that side. And I'll probably do a rep over there just so that you can see how the safety reacts when I throw it. Okay? Same thing with the vert hook. Usually it'll play inside just enough to kind of get a quick jam on them. And then if you throw it, if the ball gets thrown at that point, the safety's going to be aggressive to it. Now we're just going to kind of watch the mid-read right here. See, you spent too much time on him. You just got to get a jam and just go straight to the flat. Yeah, you just hold it, press X, and get off of it. And you spend see if you hold it too much or if you don't get leverage on it. See, this is why you need to move your D lineman. See how he's right beside you. Madden's not good about players touching each other pre-snap, post-snap, anything. Any leverage that you get, you can't be that close to a defender. You see a lot of people trying to play the game and they just be pinching their line and trying to hover gaps. It's not always going to work. Okay, that's how people play it on current gen. It's not going to work so much on next gen. So everything's about spacing, playing gap assignments, and letting players do their job. So if you're going to play this receiver, then you have that defensive end right there. So something you could possibly do is probably put that defensive end in a vert hook. And let him play the number 3, and then you could blitz that linebacker, and then just kind of, play with it a little bit. You could put that linebacker right there and just hover like you're sending a blitz there, and not, So it's just different things you can do, So just kind of watch the soft squat. Soft squat's going to stay out in front of the swing route. He's just going to trail them, stay out in front. So they're not going to have the check down there. Inside quarter, watch carefully. He's going to take the number 3 as soon as he comes to him. So that's one way to deal with the crosser. Yeah, the inside quarter will always play the number 3, regardless what you do. So what do I mean by that? I'm going to teach you how to poach. Watch. I'm going to do it from gun bunch. Let's see. Because once you understand how the match zones work, you'll be better in general. So I'm going to pick a verticals right here. And I'm going to teach you how to use the inside. Now you're going to use, what did I use right here? I use a cover 9 versus bunch. Cover 9 show 2, that's fine. And the way it works is your 3, usually in short yardage situations, you're okay with the 3 rec. In long yardage situations like verticals, you turn that 3 rec into a mid read. All right, 3 rec is a bluff blitz. The only person that you could use or adjust a bluff blitz to is a D lineman. Okay. There are some plays where you have linebackers playing a 3 rec and safeties playing a 3 rec, which, you know, is advantages because 3 recs generally trap down and play, you know, the short drags and, you know, in routes and stuff like that. And they'll play it all the way to the sideline or, you know, whatever the shortest route is, that's what the 3 rec covers. So if you're dealing with a situation where people just run mesh concepts, you know, where they might be running a mesh and then have something come over the top, the 3 rec gets exposed. So if you don't want that, you turn the 3 rec into a mid read. All right, so the mid read is going to take that deep crosser. Now, the next thing that you want to do is we're going to teach you how to defend that tight end right here. Press the ISO. Never press the bunch unless the only person I would press on the bunch is the point receiver. You cannot press anybody that's behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to get a release on you. All right, so I'm going to teach you how to press bunch. You're going to press Adams. No, you're going to have to reset that. You got to get comfortable doing it from the quick adjust. All right, so the best way to do it is triangle and then press him on square. LL, it says coverage. Is that your global? Yeah, it would go individual. Yes, X, Atom square, and then press him individually. Now, in match coverage, press third is the best animation to not get beat deep. Okay, so change the quarter to a third. All right. Now your user is going to be the quarter flat here, the check defender, the one with a C on him. All right, so now to defend the wheel route, you should have a vert hook. They'll show up your play art. You got a vert hook. You have a soft squat. You need to take that safety and put them in an inside quarter. The rule with user-adjusted quarter zones is they play the number 3 wherever he goes. So the number 3 is the tight end. Even if it's a switch concept, that inside quarter is going to play the tight end wherever he goes. Okay? So I'm going to slow it down, and then we'll go through the read progressions. So I'm just going to show you. It kind of switched off a little bit. Hold up. Yeah, I'm looking at something. Okay, so the mid-read probably changed that. That's fine. All right, you know what? Run. Let's see how I want to do this. Probably leave him on a deep half or an inside third because the soft squat's going to take that. He'll be fine over there. Put that safety in an inside third. Okay, that's fine. Put the right safety in an inside third. That should be it. Now, all you're going to do with your user is when the running back goes, like you can play short to the line of scrimmage to force the running back to block so that he doesn't do a check release. Or you can drop into coverage and then you then just bail down to him. But we're just going to run the concept and basically show you the route progression and just kind of see if there's something I can fix. Seems like the third's still doing. He's going inside too far. Let's look. I don't think you got the mid-read on. The mid-read should have played back. That's probably why the third bounced over there, because he did. Or you could play mid-read on the backside safety. It really depends. Personally, I do the mid-read on the short side. And that quarter will play it. So do it like this to see. It'll be third, the quarter, and the mid-read to take the crosser as the bracket. You still got the soft squad over here. So I'm trying. Put that safety in an outside third. Shit, you can't. No, I don't think you can unless you have 3 safeties on the field. Let's try this. Go to a package where you have 3 safeties. Because like I said, I usually defend bunch sets with a big nickel. Whether it's like a free safety nickel or free safety inside, free safety 1. That's one of them. Let's see if you got another one. Big nickel, big nickel. There it is. Now you should be able to put that safety in the outside third. This in a deep half. Because if you pay attention, like where the tight end will route is, notice he's going to the numbers. And a deep half isn't necessarily, he might get pulled. Like if somebody runs a situation where they run a outside third, right. There you go. Because if somebody ran something like this, you already know the inside quarter on the backside is going to play poach. Okay? So don't pay attention to that area of the field looking like it's uncovered. It's covered. I'm just going to show you. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna teach you how poach coverage works. All right. Your only assignment here is you're just going to play the check on the running back. We're just going to show you that safety on the other side is going to take Tucker. I just want you to pay attention. I don't know why okay, so the check release. Got him. As a user, you could play it because that quarter flat's going to play it. So you could user that safety on the quarter because he's supposed to take the vert, right? User the free safety. Not the strong safety, the free safety. And then still put the third over there with the other safety. And then put your mid-read on the field. Or you can actually just leave them in a 3-rec. That way you can bracket the check down. And your assignment is basically just take Tucker immediately. Okay? And that safety on the third should be in position to defend the tight end. I mean, sometimes a good passer might get off on it, but the main thing is you want to make sure that you're plastered as much as possible. Like I said, you're just going to poach off and take Tucker with the defensive assist. Like as soon as he gets close to you, hold L1. All right? Yeah. As soon as you get close to him, you see you got over the top help because of the match coverage rules. See, that third technically plays like a deep half, but it plays better leverage when you're in match because of where he's aligned at. So see how he's looking at all 3 routes because they're close to the numbers. And see how he came in and jumped the inside? We're going to do the same thing with a deep half. Keep him in the deep half this time. I'm not even going to worry about the other side of the route. You ain't going to worry about that corner over there. Don't shade never shade match coverage. I like to call a timeout. No, once you shade, that's it. Let me see. So this time I'm just gonna leave him in a deep half, and I'm gonna throw the same route. Just as a user, just as soon as he gets 10 yards off, and you got over there, you're gonna hold L1 on the defensive assist, and then just move the analog. Do not use turbo. Okay. You got to go over there too, Hill. Like, no, you gotta manually move your guy over there. And then as soon as he gets close to you, hold L1 near him. Yeah, so I'm gonna test different routes. See how those two kind of got open with the deep half. Now hold on. I'm gonna show you the film, and then we're gonna do it with the third. All right. So he's gonna play the deepest route on the field. That's the rule for deep halves. Okay. So it's going to allow people to exploit it by running a route right at him, and then having other routes run right up under. So this is gonna hurt the soft squad here, because he's got another underneath route he has to worry about. Because at this point, his guy passed him. This guy's running slower, so the soft squad's going to play down on the slower route because he thinks he has over-the-top help. So if I throw it to... No. Nah, in this situation, put him in a third. Like if you're running the match coverage rules, you put him in a third, because you're going to deal with a lot of people running glitchy wheel routes and corner routes. And the match third is going to handle those meta concepts that people want, but you're playing it from the safety position, so they can't exploit the corner. And then, like I said, you're playing poach coverage with the backside safety. So I'll get into the other concept, the other pass concepts in a sec. But just want to show you this. Now I'm going to show you the soft squat. It should play a little bit better. So if I throw it over there, look where the safety's at. Oh, you messed the click on. Like I just want to show you that the user adjusted outside third is going to play this, any concept, because all you have to do with your user, don't try to play everything. Play your guy. That's it. The third, the AI, they're going to play very aggressive. Okay, you got over the top help on those two receivers. He would have picked it off. So I'm gonna show you the corner routes. All right, so this time, let's just go with like a basic corner here. Stuff that you'll see people do. Yeah, you pick cover 9. So the same thing, you're going to put him in an outside third. Remember, you're still going to play poach, but your poach is going to switch, okay? Instead of it being Tucker, you're going to play the vertical route with your poach. Okay? Don't worry about anything on the backside. I'm not throwing it to the backside. You're going to play poach. So initially you're going to play Tucker, but if he switches to the outside, your corners on the outside and that safety on the outside is going to bracket him. Okay? You're going to take the vertical receiver. This is stuff people will try to do. There's different variants. I'm going to show you every variant that you're going to pay attention to, but I'm going to show you how that third is going to kind of bite down on it. Now, you can show blitz. If you want to shade underneath, all you got to do is show blitz. It'll drop your safety down. All right? Y'all ready? So, all right, you can always make that change. So if people doing that, you could take that outside corner and put him. Yeah, you play the vertical. The outside third tends to do that. So what you could do is you could put an outside quarter over there to play the corner out. Put that corner in the outside quarter. So it should be outside quarter, outside third. There you go. That vert hook, you're basically going to play down. You're going to go straight to the flat with it. So you could put him in a hard flat. Yeah. Well, oh, he only has... Man him up on the tight end. Just man him up on the tight end. That's the only thing you can do. And then, again, like I said, you're going to play the vertical route. That you should have bracket help. Or if you want, you could actually take that safety and play that tight end if you wanted to. But you would have to obviously put a mid-read on the middle of the field. It's chance, but, you know, every time you do something, you always want to be creative with what you do. But here we go. Let's slow it down, see what the quarter does. You did have the quarter on field, right? Probably put a cloud flat on it. I think that's probably the best way to deal with that. Let's do that. Just Mabel the coverage off. Have the safety in a third. To take the saw squat, make it a cloud. And back the cloud up. Individual adjustment on circle. You can keep that vert hook with the slot. You're just going to bring that safety down. Take that 3-rec off and put it in a mid-read. Bring your Williams down to the right side of the formation, to the box. And you're going to play tight on the tight end. Put him in a 3-rec. I mean, mid-read. And then you can bring that other safety down. The other safety will be your user. All right, your safety on that side for dealing with this concept is good. You can bring that other safety down, and you're basically just going to be playing anything underneath. You can bring him down to the box, basically right in between my right tackle and the tight end. Like 3. Yeah, bring him all the way to the right side, 3 yards off, like right there at the linebacker depth. That way he doesn't get pancaked. And you're just going to cover the tight end, okay? Wherever the tight end goes, you take him. So now we're going to look at the corner route. There you go. That's how you take it away. Yeah, I mean, the more reps you get, the better you're going to get. So if it's the short corner, you know that the cloud flat is going to take it away. If it's a deep corner, then it'll be like a third or an outside quarter. It really depends on who's running the corner out. And on the backside, you can go match third and keep that quarter flat. And just make sure you get a press on Adams. You ready? All right, I'm going to try to throw it to Myers here. You just stay on the tight end. You just got to trust your coverage. There you go. So that's how you'll deal with bunch sets. I'm trying to think some other sets. I don't have any tight formations. Let me see your defenses. I'll teach you a couple of blitzes. Start with your dime. Let me see what you got. Let me just see what you got. You ain't have any doubles. Yeah, okay, use the double safety blitz. I'm going to try to see if we can work it out of here. What do you have? Do you still have your safety? Do you still have your safety at the sub linebacker position? He might have changed. Hold up, is that your safety at 24? Oh, you need to get out of that then. He needs to be a safety for this blitz to work, because he's going to have to man up a route, or you need to be able to play deep with him. And it's okay that it's a safety, it's a dime defense. Your dime defense is pass defense only. That's the only time you're going to use it. Mainly if you deal with people that run like tight sets. So I'm going to try to improvise this. Oh man, you can't. You already messed it up. That safety's supposed to drop. You gotta let this. You gotta let the safety drop. All right, let's go from here. So you're going to have to do some individual adjustments here. All right. Remember everything that I told you about bunch, right? You're going to press Adams, put a third. What I like to do on the backside here is you want to make sure that you adjust the corners and the seams based off of, you want to take leverages away. So we could put a soft squat. Don't need to press them. You can put a soft squat on that bunch corner. And then you could put a vert hook on the second slot corner over there on the bunch side. With Rock, he needs to be in a vert hook. All right, your user is going to be the middle safety that's on the linebacker spot. The linebacker spot. The one in the middle. The one in the middle. The middle linebacker right there. Now your backside safety needs to be in a seam flat. Triangle. All right, so let me see what you got. That's a hard flat, not a seam flat. There you go. All right, so basically with your user, you're just taking anything deep down the middle of the field. Okay? Don't worry about anything because he's on a check release. Don't worry about him. This is a blitz. So I'm going to try to throw it deep somewhere. I'm going to try it a couple of times, and I'm going to try different reads. All right? He's going to be bracketed. Seam flat is going to basically play underneath. Third's going to play over the top. I'll do it again. This time we'll kind of look. Trying to see. You might need to slide the D line. I'm thinking about the gaps here. I think that needs to be one of your first adjustments. Slide the D line to the right. They're going to move. Now they'll move unless you re-blitz them. You re-blitz them, they won't move. If you're worried about them doing that. I'm just trying to find, all right, put all your adjustments on. The third and the seam flat on the backside. The soft squat and the vert on the bunch side. It should be a third on the left with Darby and a seam flat. And then on the other side, you need a soft squat on the circle. And then your slot needs to be a vert hook. And then you're going to get on Washington. Move him to the left. Move him to the left like in front of the guard. No. That's your user. The user is the only person you're moving. Move him to the left, close to the line. You'll kind of hover, but don't be too close to where you get picked up in the block. Get right in front of the guard. A little bit low. There you go. See how you have that thing above your head? That means you're going to be picked up in the pass block protection. Okay? So we'll do it again. This time I'm going to try to throw it to the other side. I don't know why it's not coming through. Let me see. Probably because I have a check release. That's probably why. Let me just run 5 routes with it. Because sometimes the check release can mess up those blitzes. The point is, let's see. Let me put him on a route. Seam flat should help you over there now. Set up everything as we did. You can blitz both safeties and then move your D line. That way your safeties don't move. You just got to get fast. I know, but if you don't want them to move when you slide your D line, you have to re-blitz them. Yeah, so you got to blitz them first. You got to get good. Like you got to be like fast with it. It's called quick adjust for a reason. You got to be quick. Just be thinking about things as it goes. All right. So you don't need to necessarily crash the D line, but we'll see how this works. Again, you still have to put that safety in front of the guard with the icon above his head. There you go. You have everything set up. What you got? Solid squat, bird. Okay, C flat. And you're going to user Tucker. There you go. That's what it is. So anytime they run 5 routes, or if the running back's on a route, that should come through. Someone should come through. I would slide my D line to the left, probably. All right, just try, it's just like quick adjust. Just triangle, press the safety, and then blitz make his user adjustment blitz, or you could just click on them and then blitz them that way. Which. Yeah, so that's why I try to just stay on the quick adjust, because you do deal with people that quick hike a lot. But this time, just quick, blitz both of your safeties. That'd be the first thing you do. Just go ahead and blitz them real fast, and then put that backside corner in the third. Those are your most important adjustments. And then while you're doing that, slide your D line to the left. All right. No, that's fine. As long as you get those out of the way, you should be good, Dylan. This is almost replicant of my cover 5 defense. It's just a different variant. Cover 5 means cover 3 one side, cover 2 adjustments on the other. The only thing with the cover 2 side is you're not going to have over the top help, because it's a blitz. So it should come through before they pass the match zones. So make sure you have match zones on the field. No, you don't. You have a hard flat. I'm just trying to see if there's a spot where you sit Washington on the center with this one. Not too close. Get right there. All right, you ready? Oh, I forgot to put my. Still came through. I forgot to put my running back in a route. My bad. Let me just put him in a route. Here, set everything up. And the mental reps is going to help you. The more you run something, the quicker you're going to get with it. You blitz both safeties. There you go. And sit them right in that A gap. Not on the center, in the A gap. Not that one. The other one. Reason why is because you got a gap. Right between the two of them. Right between them. A little bit more. Enough to, yeah, there you go. All right, now set your coverage up. Remember, as soon as I hike, you need to bail and take Tucker. Because I'm going to throw it to Tucker this time. Let me see what you got. Make sure everything's there. You got 2 hard flats. All right, you need a third over there on Adams. There you go. You ready? And you're not always going to get a sack. You're just it's going to get pressure. And you just got to kind of work at getting faster with it. Now, usually versus bunch, any ISO receiver will always be the only press. You do not global press. Because if you start global press in bunch sets, then you're going to give up free releases behind it. Let me know when you're ready. All right, so I'm going to try Tucker again. You didn't play him that well. But it was enough pressure. You just got to be very aggressive at getting to them. It's a little freelancing, you know, but that's mainly what you're doing. Even though you're not, you could put them in a zone or whatever if you want them to play the ball better. But mainly you're just using the deep middle of the field with them and having them in the box to manipulate the offensive line protection. As long, like I said, as long as you got bodies over there, you're good. Slow it down. You might have took off just a little bit too early. Or you got to see, this is why you got to be right there near the center. Because if you don't, he's not going to pick you up. You know, you see how you immediately went to your second guy and then they were able to pass off and go straight to your safety. So what you could do, you could replicate this, okay? Take him and put him right in front of the tackle this time. Since you're sliding the D-line to that side, put him right here, right in front of the tackle. Because you want to make sure that you have more guys on that side of the field than what's blocking. Because you have four guys. Somebody should get through. Forgot to blitz the safety. Cover 3 to that. That's fine. Just teaching. I'm teaching you an advanced defense, so I don't expect you to get it up in a day, but as long as you get the mental reps, that usually helps. You're going to take Washington, put him on the 6 tech position, right outside the tackle shoulder. Not too close. Remember, you're gonna have to get out of that safety's way. So what you're gonna do is you're going immediately to the receiver. Yeah, you're gonna cut out that way, so that safety can come behind you. All right, you ready? The pressure's getting through. It's not coming through like my version. Personally, I don't. I'm gonna show you. Let me flip sides. I'm gonna show you how it looks when you run it from a 3-man front. Let me flip sides. Just pick a random play. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna quick hike it. Now, do you have any tight formations? I'm gonna teach you how to use this versus tight. So this is the dime 2-3. So again, backside, I set up the rip Liz. Sometimes the way I do the rip Liz is cover 3 to the side that has the trips. So if you have a third option, take your block release off. I'm just going to show you. All right, you ready? Go ahead. It's going to like sometimes you'll get the completion, but you're ready when you are. Sometimes I was looking at the box. That's my fault. See, you got to, like I said, the mental reps. It's like I might put a deep half. Like, see how you have him in the slot, like both receivers out here in the slot. I might not even need to put him in a soft squat. Especially if I'm playing like a vert hook underneath. Remember, it's cover 2 one side, cover 3 the other. So you don't necessarily always have to have soft squat hook, because I can play him underneath and everything's still covered. So that's just one way to kind of play with it. Let me get that on in. All right, ready? And then the rip Liz comes down, plays the flat. He didn't make a good tackle though. And do you have another variant of tight because you have the tight end on the line? I usually don't use it. Like I'll use a big nickel versus the one with a tight end on the line. Yeah, there you go. Hold up. All right, ready when you are. Let me put him in a soft squat. Yeah, just like try. No, I'll play with my coverages. Now, sometimes it'll get to where both safeties will come through. And I'll play with it. Sometimes I'll put like seam flats over there on the outside. And then your user just takes the middle of the field away. Because you'll get to it. All right. That time I went deep half, seam flat. Anytime, all right, here's my rules here. If you got two guys right here and they're inside the number, I don't need a third. He could play both of them. So I'll put him in a deep half. If anything goes to the flat, I have the seam flat over there. On the backside, I only have two receivers to worry about. And because I know I have an outside third, he's going to take him vertical. And the inside vert hook is going to play inside leverage. So he's going to get it. And all I got to do is take the middle of the field away. And ready when you are. Sometimes it's not necessarily going to be great all the time, but you could kind of play with it a little bit. You have a check release. There we go. And that's just going to, like I said, the safety going to come through there. Now I can move him over here. And just do it like that. And then take the middle of the field away. It's just different varying ways that you can play with what you're doing. I know this one's about to end, but we can start another one up, and I can kind of teach you your play calling dynamics on what you need versus certain sets, like dealing with trips, dealing with under center formations. Really, the way I look at things is it doubles? Is it trips? Is it quads? I can give you those if you want to write those down. I'm going to give you everything that I deal with and what I use to stop it. Anytime this share play about to end, they're about to kick. It's about to kick you. I gotta wait. So basically, all right. I'm going to give you everything that there's going to be tells in every offense that you look at. Like they're going to show you the offensive formation is going to be single back, or then it'll say trips, and then it'll say, tight end or weak, close, or strong, or something like that. So everything in that verbiage is going to tell you what you need to call. Okay, so you might have situations that you call versus single back. Now you have different variants of single back. You have single back trips, which would require, it's a weaker box, but people do run out of it and run a lot of RPOs and stuff that you might have to deal with. Then you have your single backs, and you got your deuce closes, you got your doubles, you got your stacks. Every one of those require different things. So I'm going to give you the cheat sheet. Okay. Anytime I see stack, it's cover six trap. If you don't have a cover six trap, the only thing that changes is you take that cloud flat and make him a soft squat as a user adjustment. if your defense doesn't have a cover 6 trap, which is usually in big nickel, what you're going to do is take the cloud flat and user adjust it to a soft squat. And that'll be your trap defense. Out of a cover 6 shell, that would be the only adjustment you would need to make to have a trap defense. As far as usering, the 3-rec takes the shortest route wherever he goes. So if someone's running a drag route, like if they're running a mesh, the thing with cover 6, one side you're going to have a bird hook, the other side you're going to have a quarter flat, right? So if you're dealing with a mesh spot, which drag do you take when they're both running right at you? You run to the side of the vert hook. Do not run to the quarter flat. Always take the drag that goes to the vert hook side. And that'll pretty much seal that away. That's if you're, like I said, if you're dealing with people that run a lot of mesh spots. That's mesh spot. Let me find some formation I'm going to teach you. I don't know whose playbook has it. I would assume Philly has a mesh spot concept. I don't know if you're still here. I can show it to you. Let's start another share play. Gotta go here. This time I'm going to show you the screen. Share play. Okay, there we go. Now, see if I got it. Let me see flip sides. Just hike it. And you'll notice I run a lot of cover 6. That's like my go-to defense. All right, let's see. You just got to find. All right, so they got a mesh spot with a tight end. So my assignment would be to take that drag going this way to the vert hook side. Yeah, I'm going to go to the right because the vert hook, he's going vertical. So my assignment is to drag over here. Yeah, I'll give that away if I chase it. Because sometimes people don't even use the spot. You know, sometimes I could just kind of sit there and wait on it. So I could take the drag like I'm doing it and then come back over there. Big nickel tends to have a very good block shed rate, you know, so that's why I like it so much, because you ain't even got to, you just send 4. Take the drag, cover the spot, force him to throw it to the check down. Quarter flat has that. The thing with match coverage is it's not necessarily just going to box everything all the time. You're going to give up short completions. But most people, they don't want to keep doing short completions. They don't want 15, 17 play drives passing the ball. Okay? And you're going to frustrate people. They're going to get to the point where they're going to try to throw something deep. You're not going to give up anything deep. Just boom, boom. If you can get over there fast enough, just alert. It's a little tricky versus the AI, but like I can get it. I just got to get to the second. That's why it's important to have a safety there, because you can go boom, boom, and then get straight to it. But the main thing is that you can see everything's pretty much plastered underneath. Just kind of. Yeah, this is the trap right here. So you run all those meshes, you're forcing them, because see how the big nickel pushes the pocket. The Eagles have a very good offensive line in this game, but see how they're getting pushed back, and it's forcing him to make a throw. Like, you don't even got to blitz with this. I mean, you could, but why when you can you're going to take a man out of coverage and then sit right there. Now, I could show blitz with this, and that safety will probably play a little bit more underneath now. So if I take the drag, take the spot, he's still not going to get a lot of yards, for real. Now, I could user it, or I could put him, like, if it just becomes a situation where they're constantly getting the short completions, what I'll do is I'll come out in my nickel package, my nickel back. I'm going to show you how to stop it. Because you know they're going to keep doing the same thing over and over. That's how this generation of Madden players are. And he'll be the only person you put in a flat. He'll be in a hard flat this time. So we're going to take that away. Boom, boom. Now where are you going? So that's all you have to do. You sell it like they got it open every time, and then you make the adjustment. And the adjustment was to put the corner there, put the hard flat there, and I know that I'm taking the mesh to the spot over there, and again, traps down. If I'm worried about him going to that side now, this time, I'm put 2 hard flats on the field. And then keep everything else match. Don't shade your coverage. Look at her. Yeah, so that's all you got to do. Yeah, it's got to be the user adjusted flat, because if you shade, you're going to affect your other match zones. You're going to cancel them out. You don't want to do that. So like I said, you know they're running mesh concepts, just put the 2 hard flats on without shading. Everything's just going to trap down. And it's still match coverage leverage, so meaning even though he's in a hard flat, he's still going to be aggressive when the ball is thrown. So instead of him just playing the grass, he's still going to have his match rules. He's just going to play underneath. And see how as soon as the ball was thrown, see how he went straight to it? That's what you want out of your coverage. You don't want to press everything, because if I press him, or if I just try to get him closer to the spot, sometimes it might fuck with him a little bit. You don't necessarily want to do that. Not all the time. Because see, if you press, and you see now, look where he's throwing. You change how your match coverage works when you start doing too much. So just kind of keep it simple. So I take drag, boom, sit right here. Where you going? See, it's just the small things that you look at that go a long way. See the vert hook. He's going to kind of come over there and seal that off, but the big nickel is so good. Now, what I can do versus this mesh spot, remember that thing that I showed you versus bunch? Like, you go back and look at your mental reps. Who's out of position here? Who do you think can be adjusted? Because a good quarterback, he's probably going to throw that wheel route, right? Yeah, you put him in an outside third. But the only thing is, you can only get that if you're in a 3 safety shell defense. So you'll have to user the backside and trust the 3 rec does what he's supposed to do, or you'll have to use the vert hook. That'll be the only change with your user. So again, we'll put the outside third on the right, and I can play this backside because he tends to want to go to it, and then I can put the hard flat there. So that'll be what we do, and again, just kind of play the backside user. See how the 3 rec will take the first drag? He doesn't. The AI is not necessarily going to play. Now you could flip how you run that. If you know he's going to be aggressive on that, I'm not saying it's wrong. You can always adjust based on how the AI is going to control your guy, right? So instead of me playing that, I can go right there, boxed. Because if you know how the match zones work, you know that he's going to take the closest route to him, or the first drag that comes to him usually is going to be the faster one. I don't know whether he always wants to go that way. That's fine, but we have everything covered on the backside. You throw that wheel route, the third's over there. So there's just different variant ways that you can kind of deal with mesh concepts. and just understand how the match concepts work, So again, just put the hard flat there. All right, let me show you one more time. So I'm going to take the spot. 3 right, not necessarily the greatest safety I have. Hopefully his coverage is improved over time, but you can give him, like, if you're playing mutt, you put like a flat zone KO on someone that's running the 3 rec for you, and he'll box all that. So if I'm dealing with trips, there's different ways I can do trips. I can use my dime safety blitz. Find a trips tight end. Try to find like a tray set. I don't know if they got one. They got empty, tray open. Okay, trips tight end flex. I'm just gonna go random play here. Hopefully they don't run screens and shit. All right. Same things apply here. You're gonna be on the user safety. Usually on the backside, I'm going with a vert hook instead of a seam flat here because I have the number 3 manned up. Okay, but I am going to help with him. And then on the other side, I could either put him in a soft squat so he can take any wheel routes, and then I can take the tight end. Or I could put him in a deep half and then take the running back myself if he becomes a problem. It just varies based off what your opponent tendencies are. So if I see him doing a wheel, we got bracket help on the short route. Obviously, he's going to throw it fast. AI always does that when you're sending pressure after him. Someone was going to come through. You see how the safety came through at the last minute. Always press the third and that. Take the soft squat to take away the wheel route. And then that's why you want to run one safety. Because they'll animate. A linebacker won't animate on that. But you still need a linebacker in there for the block shift. I only press who I know can press. Usually, remember how I was talking about, everyone's man coverage, and usually your number 3 is not going to be so great. Like Hobbs is going to be decent. Jones is going to be decent. Hall cannot press to save his life. I'm not going to press him. It's pointless. He's going to get beat at the line, and then I'm going to have to worry about another route with my user. Don't press them if they don't have a very good press rating. That's why I do the individual adjustments. And it allows him to kind of, play his coverage pretty tight. Pretty simple to set up. And sometimes you ain't got to keep him in a soft squat. You can keep him in man. Same thing with Bennett. He doesn't press very good. But see the soft squat, he plays down on he didn't get the tackle, but you know how all Madden practice mode is, so they'll do things to you. But pretty much that's it. See how fast you can set it up. Just have the soft squat over there. So this is just blitzing trips. Okay, see how I had help over there with the vert hook? That's all you want to do. Anytime you're running a match coverage, you gotta think plaster and bracket. That's what match coverage does. So the vert hook, as soon as you throw the ball, pay attention to that vert hook over there. See how he passes off? Because he's under pressure, he's just trying to get rid of it. See how he passed it off and came down to help. See, if I leave him in man, he's getting ran down the field, and that 3-4 yard completion is going to end up being 15, 20 yards. All right, so another way. I think Regs has always been on All Pro Nation. Another way that you can deal with trips, there's simpler ways to kind of deal with it until you get better. I like to run palms. Okay. Same thing right here. Just make sure we have space to kind of get the jam. This is what I was trying to show you earlier. Now I can get a press on that quarter, and he'll take anything away to that side of the field. So I'm just going to jam him and then get off of him. Sometimes there's help over there. Sometimes your safety just get over there and rip the ball out. It's like I said, okay, I don't have any over the middle help, so I'm going to have to take him if he runs vertical because I have a quarter flat taking the running back to the right. So that means the middle of the field's mine. All right, ready? So I'm going to hold the defensive assist on him longer. You see how I was jamming him up? See, it's a little bit different. Now, if I want backside help, I can add those two adjustments with the mid-read quarter and play it like that, and then I can take anything dragging. So I versus the trips. See, I could have got off that and picked that. Probably the best way to do this, so versus like in trips coverage, you might want to swap these two. I want to put my safety on this side. That'll probably be the only adjustment. All right, let's try it one more time. Yeah, I just swapped them without adjusting because I want to match up personnel the best possible. A linebacker versus a running back, safety versus a receiver is a better look for me. So I pinch him in, slide the D-line over there because I use 3 edge rushers. Okay, he's better playing the 4-tech, 5-tech position, maybe a 3-tech. I don't want him playing anything closer inside because he's not big enough. All right. So again, right here, only thing I want on the backside is a soft squat to deal with the running back and a mid-read to pick up. So that means I can pass him off. Get a jam, pass him off. Now I could actually put a deep half over there too, since I know. Yeah, so this is, let me see, pinch the linebacker, spread them over so that I have space. And just kind of pay attention to what's going on. His play action will tend to beat match coverage if it's pressed. So you do be mindful of that. That's why you want to make sure you have anything over the top helping if you do it like that. But if you get good enough with your defense, you ain't going to have to worry about people using play action on you. Just make sure you got the mid-read on the backside. Press jam them. I see someone coming over. We come down to them. That's trap defense. So I slow it down and I'm going to show you how everything reacted. So as your user, see that's the defensive. That's what defensive assist is. You get a very aggressive press to take his route away. Now if he throws this over here, a deep half's in the way. He can play either one of those. Now, if he tries to throw this, he's going to get bracketed between the quarter and the mid-read. So it's not going to be necessarily there for him. It's just different ways to play it. I can play mid-read right there if I'm more worried about him throwing wheel routes. And then obviously I'll put a match third on the backside so he doesn't get beat. So if I'm worried about the running back, or I could do it like that. The AI gets scared, man. Oh man, match coverage boxes to run, my guy. I'm going to show you this. Because match, it is typically weak versus play action, but its strength is versus the run. It's very aggressive to the ball. Like once the ball is in play, those match zones go straight to the ball, whether it's a pass or whether it's a run handoff. That's the benefits of it. Okay. So if you're just playing someone that sits there and just spams fucking play action, you're just gonna play. You'll play straight man versus play action if it just becomes a problem. Let me see. Give you a variant, like I'll run cover 6 as a run defense. Let's see. Let's go single back. I know a lot of people like these little 3 tight end sets. We'll start with like a stretch run. So the only thing you'll have to do is show blitz. All right. Now, another thing that I like to do, this is a hidden adjustment. You're going to put him in a third, and you're going to press him. If he runs anything to that side, I actually should have run a flip. I play flip where the stretch runs there, but I'm going to just show you. I know the stretch is going to the right, so you just stay out in front of it. You don't try to shoot gaps. Obviously, the AI is going to have their moments where they try to cheat you in practice mode, but it's not going to happen in a game. So all you got to do is just press first, then show blitz. And then you can, there's a hidden adjustment when you show blitz, is you move the D-line. Watch the linebackers when I move the D-line. It doesn't bring them down. You don't want to bring linebackers down to, take on linemen, especially if your linebackers are like 230 pounds. Stay out in front of it. He ain't got nowhere to go. That's really all you do. Do not shoot gaps in the run game. You shoot gaps in the run game, you try to run cover 0, they run something, you're going to get trapped. You're going to trap your defender, and it's just going to be a problem. Okay? You can do this from any defense. You can do it from cover 3. It's not necessarily, you always got to run cover 6, because eventually it becomes a chess match where they come out in a formation and they see you constantly running cover 6, and stopping their run. They might try to run a cover 6 beater or something, out of that formation to pass the ball. So, like, if you can mix it up and be able to play run defense from variant match coverages, then it's going to be less that you have to worry about. So, like, again, I do show blitz. Same thing, just stay out in front of it. They have very good gap integrity. Remember, I always talk about playing fits in coverage as well as playing fits on the line. Everything's about matching personnel. So you see how we're not shooting gaps? If you shoot gaps, you get blocked, you're going to give up the run. You stay out in front of the run with your user. He tries to cut, seam flat, picks it up. So that's playing from a cover 3. If I play it from a palms coverage or a quarters coverage, it's like nothing changes, bro. Like, you can play run fits from any defense. So again, just show blitz, press the backside, and put him in a match third if it's an ISO receiver. Always, that is rule number 1 versus dealing with ISO receivers. Always put him in a match third press. That's a must do, right? Sometimes that'll happen if you try to play too much. So sometimes I'll slide my linebackers if they start doing weak side runs like that. So let's do it like this. I didn't want to do that. Sometimes I'll sit them right here behind the center, and then I can come in. Because you want to put yourself in a position where you can't get blocked. That's really the chess match. Put yourself in a position where you can't get blocked, so you can come in or create a shed. See, everybody that sits there and tries to hover the gap to play run defense, they're doing it wrong. You just kind of put yourself in a position where you can manipulate the offensive line blocking by not being near alignment. Just come right there, boom. Nowhere to go. That's playing palms. That's playing quarters defense, run defense. If I'm doing it from a cover 2, more so an outside run defense. Let's see. If I just want to run Tampa 2, for instance. And I know it's not match, but you'll be surprised Tampa 2 does have match leverage principles with the mid-read. So when you turn match on, Tampa 2 is even better. So again, I could play the mid-read, just spread the D-line, and I know only the linebackers are the ones that go out. So again, my ISO rule is match third. They stay out in front of it. I get help. You're going to get to a point where they're not going to be able to run on you, man. I've stopped probably every top-tier running back in the game. Like McCaffrey doesn't do very good versus me. Derrick Henry doesn't do very good versus me. Even if you get him in a game with the Saints where fucking people are just spamming Kamara the whole game, he's not going to have a good game. As long as you just play integrity with what you're doing, stay out in front of the ball, don't shoot gaps unless they open. That's pretty much it. Sometimes you'll have defenses that don't work very good versus certain sets. Like, for instance, the 4-3-6-1 is great versus single back, but it is horrendous versus I-forms because the fullback is added to the leverage and you have to bring another guy into the box to handle the fullback. Yeah, I'm just saying in general. Big Nickel's very good at dealing with a multitude of styles of defenses, whether it's single back, doubles, gun wing. You could use it versus spread sets. Like there's a spread defense that I use in it. Trying to figure out. It's the Mike Strong safety blitz, for instance. Try to see. So if I'm just in a spread wide flex, the only adjustments you need to do is you need to slide your line to the seam flat side. And then slide your linebacker. I'm trying to remember which way to slide down. I have to do it later. But you create a loop blitz and you just use it as third. Sometimes it's very good versus like RPOs and stuff. You just got to catch people and their tendencies with it. No, I'm not forgetting to do one thing. Always press match. Let's see. So that. Seems like he's going to keep going to the tight end. Or he's going to keep going short. I mean, it's fine. Like I said, sometimes they try to run out of it, or if they try to do an RPO out of it, I know I got it on random plays. He's really just guessing if he's going to do it. But like I said, the safety gets out in front of it. It's good to use. I don't use it a lot. Based off what you'll see in regs is good. Like, versus the AI, it seems like they'll cheat you sometimes. There's different variants. Like I said, you can see the play calls that I use. I use palms. I use six trap. I use the casino blitz to throw people off. If you see, if they constantly see you in match coverage, like 90% of the time, I guarantee you, the casino going to come screaming when they least expect it. I try not to do too many of the safety drops. Like sometimes I'll play with them. But I try not to do them too much because sometimes the alignment gets weird, especially in the red zone. Like it seemed like you would want them in the red zone, but they don't roll. So I try not to use them too much. Trying to see if there's anything else in here. I use like the corner blitz versus like strong pro sets because the corner, he comes off the edge. Now he gets blocked, but it's just a part of the gap read. So if they don't pick it up, he'll usually come in, especially if he's a fast corner. But I don't think they got a strong set in their offense. Oh, but if there's anything, like I said, if you have a situation where you need to learn more, if you want to understand it more. I'm always available. I don't get to go to work till Friday, but I'm going to be off for another 5 more days for my vacation time. So if anybody needs help, this is the time to get it. Like I can teach you stuff. Like the team I play with, not necessarily the greatest, So I'm not going to win every game, but imagine me playing with the Chiefs or imagine me playing with the Eagles. It gets to that point where you master what you do when your team isn't necessarily great. By the time they are great, you're going to be perfect. And that's really where I try to come to terms with people, that pick these high-rated teams early and they don't understand how defenses work or how offenses work, and they're just picking a team based on the overall, thinking that's going to help them. And, well, that a lot of that comes from, me being a fan of the team. People that are fans of the team that they play with generally are going to play a lot better than someone that's just picking the highest overall team. The way I look at it, 9 times out of 10, if I see someone come out play with one of the top 5 teams in a game, I kind of just look down on them, really. I'm like, okay, everyone that I've played that's used a top rated team has had a very bad record. They just sit there like, let me go look in here. Like the last dude I played, I think he had a losing record. Let me see. And I know the skill-based matchmaking being removed, it kind of exposed a lot of people, to be honest. So dude's like 185 and 312, right? Look what team he played with. Like he played with the Seahawks, but look at the teams I'm playing: Chiefs, Ravens, Seahawks, 49ers, Steelers, Jets, Chiefs, Eagles, Cowboys, Dolphins, Bills, 49ers, Chiefs, Ravens, Dolphins, Eagles, Cowboys, Dolphins. And Black, that's okay, bro. If you're a team, if you're a fan of the team, there's no remorse against that. Like, play with your team. That's what I try to tell people at the end of the day. It's not always going to be the case of you just picking the highest rated team. If that's your team, roll with them. And that's one thing I tell everybody, man. If that's your team, roll with them. Because you're going to know more about the team because you're a fan of the team. You understand their roster. You sit there, you live, breathe. That shit goes through your blood. You a fan. You got to understand that part. You watch the games on Sundays, Thursdays, Mondays. You'll be like, oh, man, you see that fucking tackle such and such missed? No one else can relate to it but you. And being able to relate to stuff like that just has a different passion. When I was a kid and I first really started getting into a Madden at a very young age, I was playing this old head at the time, man, and he just told me, and we've all been to that phase where we just wanted to play with a good team, right? I was at that phase at a young age, and I was playing with different teams, and old head told me, it's like, bro, out of all the games we play, man, you play better with your team. Out of all the fucking games we play, you play better with your team. The team you root for, you play so much better with them. He's like, roll with them. And I took that shit to heart. Bro, you can generate, bro. The thing is, you're a Saints fan, I get it. Carr, he can make all the throws. The thing is, he sucks when you're getting pressure on him. So you got to kind of play with them like I play with Stidham. Stidham can't fucking make a deep pass to save his life. I mean, not even Stidham, because I used Stidham last year. Aiden O'Connell, he can't make a fucking deep pass to save his life. The offensive line doesn't hold up. Like, he's 67 overall. Like, look what I got to work with, man. Like, I don't have no quarterbacks in the 70s, bro. Like, we struggling over here. But, I mean, like, Derek Carr, he's not necessarily bad. Like, you just got to understand he's a West Coast quarterback. He came from Fresno State. Like, he can throw it deep. He has deep throw power, but you can't emphasize throwing it deep the whole fucking game because his throw release is horrible. If you don't have a clean pocket, he's gonna have those long fucking animated throws that you're just gonna get mad at him. Trust me, if you've watched some of my older streams, you've watched me rage using this guy. Like, I was pissed at him because I was like, with Ruggs, he was good. Like, I could just throw the ball up and Ruggs was 50 yards downfield already. But when Like, dude, like literally, I couldn't make certain throws because of his throw animation. Like he would have a noodle arm, he would take forever, or he'd get a heave animation, and I'm like, bro, why you can't throw that? You know, but he can run an offense, bro. I can go in practice mode with him right now and run my offense because I understand. Yeah, bro, I live stream everything, bro. Because I don't want anything to be swept under the rug when it comes to the game. Like, the people out there that sell ebooks and then they brag about you not being able to beat them because you bought their ebook, what does that tell you? They're not helping you. They're just taking your money. If it gets to the point where I'm helping you and you get from a point where you don't know anything about Madden to the point where you're able to beat me consistently, I've done my job. That's what you're supposed to do. If you're selling an ebook, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make the competition better. I don't think I think I can download the PS4 version because I have the dual entitlement. I just I just haven't spent no time on the PS4 version this year. I would have to download it. Let me see. Let me go into practice mode and show you running Derek Carr and how you need to use them. It's not very hard. I know I hate Derek Carr, but I mean, he's like I say, he still make the throws. You just got to run a little bit faster in your reads when you use low overall quarterbacks. Like you got to emphasize using routes that get open at the point of attack on the line of scrimmage. So, give you a good example. Give you like any type where you would have. Why do I not have my playbook? You know what? Nah, I don't do ebooks either because they be bragging about you not being able to beat them when you buy their ebook. That means they're not helping you. Like I'll never do that to anyone, man. I'm not here to take advantage of anybody. So if I go, I gotta make sure it's on because I got those off. So I'm just so comfortable using this one. I don't know the Saints playbook, so I'm not even gonna try to use the Saints playbook. I don't use something I ain't comfortable with or know. But I'll give you an idea of what concepts you need. You want routes that break open fast. Like Carr can make these throws. Let me just find, let's see. You know, there's one in stat. All right, so like for instance, this curl post. Watch the heat, bro. He's gonna make this quick throw. He can make the throw. That's what Carr is. He's a West Coast quarterback. He made these quick throws. Like it's mainly what you want to focus on. Just getting the ball out fast. That's pretty much going to be most of your offense. Now, you can wait on it because you do have a better offensive line. So you can pump fake. I'm still trying to work on that, but there's a pump fake technique that I have where it's a drop and then scramble. You can do that. Just kind of throw people off that want to try to user lurk certain routes that you're beating them with. So like, boom. Quick pass. That's pretty much your wheelhouse with Derek Carr. You're not going to be able to sit there. Now, you could open it up with the run game. Like if you got Alvin Kamara, so you would have a solid run game. You got a decent offensive line. It's pretty much just, I don't know who your backup running back is. I don't know too much about them. Usually I just use like running backs as a wing back from these sets like this. Just kind of show you. Like he has a good play action. So using plays like this, he'll be able to fool the defense a little bit better. Like, you could do stuff like that. Try to be creative, you know. Like I said, any route that breaks open fast. So, like, I think you got the drive concepts right here, where I can get a quick pass to the tight end. That's Derek Carr's wheelhouse. You just got to get used to the different types of quick throws and what you're looking for and when you need to check to a run. Like right here is a run check. You know, just be like, oh, you got a good offensive line. You got a good running back. Run check when you need a run check. Quick pass when you need a quick pass. That's pretty much Derek Carr one-on-one. Like, just get rid of the ball fast, because if you hang on to it too long and the pressure gets to him, you already know how Derek Carr is, bro. He takes forever to throw it when he's in those situations. If it's under pressure, Derek Carr is going to struggle. That's 101. So if it's like right there, just get rid of it fast. That's all you have to do with Derek Carr. Try not to hold on to it too long with him. Like I said, you hold on to it too long, trust me, I know. I played with him 9 years. He struggles when you blitz and try to hold on to the ball. And that's pretty much going to be one-on-one. Like, if you have any type of play art, like I'd have to go look at the play art and kind of show you which plays that you would kind of work with. You know, if I'm looking at the Saints playbook, I don't know what playbook you're using, but 9 times out of 10, you know, the playbook they have is going to be the best for you. So just kind of look at it, see what you have, kind of work with it, right? So I got deuce close. Just trying to see if you have any quick passes. So you got some play actions and some runs. So that's more of a Kamara feature offense. See what they got over here. Obviously, stick routes would be good for him. All right, so this is one. You got a drive concept right there. You see how that tight end runs like a little quick in and up and then post, like stuff like that would be your quick read. You know, it's just got to have the wherewithal to kind of pick those type of plays up. If you see them, trust me, they'll be open if you know what you're doing. Just kind of look and see, like the spacing switch, quick pass to the tight end. You know, obviously it'll come to your reps, your live reps with the with your classic and freeform reads. Short passes, you don't need to freeform. You can classic read them, just where you position the stick. Don't lead it too much, you will overthrow. Speed dig is another quick pass to the tight end. See the little hook? Just kind of find where your quick passes are, and you can dictate how people play defense, because then they're going to start worrying about, oh, he's trying to get rid of it fast. You know, like right here, stack out. It's that little quick in route with circle. You could quick pass that. Freeform is going to help you more towards your medium routes. You've been just playing a lot of good people, DJ. I'll be trying to tell you, man, go in regs. Find what works for you. Don't worry about your record. It doesn't count against you or anything. Go in regs, get your live reps. The reps are going to make you better. You can't just pick up the game and have someone tell you to do something and then you automatically do it. It just doesn't work like that. You know, at the end of the day, I can teach y'all, you know, stuff over and over and over again, but y'all have to be able to apply it. And the only way you're going to be able to apply it is those live mental reps. The more you see something, the quicker you're going to be able to adjust to it. You know, if I just teach you something day one and you feel like you got it and you go into a game, it's going to be a little bit different because it's going to play faster. Those mental reps is going to be your muscle memory on how fast you can get things in. You have about roughly 4 to 5 seconds to put in whatever, you know, adjustments you need, and you need to be able to process what you need to take away. You know, you got to feel like, okay, he's beating me with this consistently. What do I have to do to adjust to take it away? You know, and then you got to process it, just do the adjustment and just live with it. You know, you're not a bad player, DJ. It's just one of the things I notice is you do stay in one formation way too much, you know, and usually that'll kind of make you more predictable. Like if you go into regs running one formation the whole game, your wheelhouse is very low. You have a very low wheelhouse of plays that you're going to use. And if you match up with someone that's good, they're going to pick them up. They're going to start slowly just dissecting, taking certain things away. If you just run out of something too much, they're going to take your run game away, force you to pass. That's pretty much what people do. You want to make sure that whatever it is you're doing is benefiting your offense. So if you have a mobile quarterback, you want to utilize his mobility. Use PA slides. Use bootleg passes. Use QB draws. Open the game up for your running back, because then they'll start turning on the coaching adjustments to defend your quarterback. Once they turn the coaching adjustments on to defend your quarterback, bro, your running back's going to have a field day, because they're not going to be as aggressive to come after the inside zones. They're going to be more worried about what your quarterback's doing. Now, your play action is not going to work anymore once they defend your quarterback, but your halfback draws, your counters, your end arounds, all those become a threat. It's just understanding, once something gets taken away, something else opens up. And that's pretty much the chess match that goes between game to game. Is if you understand what people are trying to take from you, then you can counter that and open your playbook up a little bit. There's certain things I'll do, like I'll come out in different sets to see what people are good at defending at. The run game is good. It gives you a balanced attack, but it's not something I would suggest, fucking doing it the entire fucking game. Another thing I do, this right here, the game planning is very important. Here's the only two that you need right here. 1 and 2. Those are the only ones you need. That's how I play my defense. And it helps me so much. I don't worry about defending the pass, because I know my coverages will play that. I worry about people running.
Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on,
because I don't get penalized with those two adjustments. If you go defend inside run, you get penalized with play action. Not too many people use outside play action plays. Everyone wants to do the inside PA shots. So my run defense doesn't get penalized on that coaching adjustment.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
I always turn that on and let's boogie. Change my package. It's iPhone closey close. Where my defense?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right to the air is Mahomes.
Make this shit look easy, bro. And it doesn't matter what defense I come out in. I know any defense I choose is going to play the way I want it to play. So it becomes less of them trying to dial up beaters because they don't know what I'm in. And more of me taking away what they want to do. Got help over there. I ain't worried about that. As long as he's not getting big plays.
First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
All right, so we're doing with a bunch strong. That's the only thing I worry about, putting the safety right there. Sometimes you got to put them behind a lineman so they don't get that free pancake.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Man, and he hits him in stride.
So you're going to keep meshing.
Down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. That early game
Remember what I said about that.
Working pretty well here on this first drive, already in field goal range.
Could be a screen.
Knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff,
Keep running that ball, bro. Fuck around, find out. Alright, so we're doing with a flex. We go rep Liz. Where my rep Liz at? There we go.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
crosser. Got him. Rip Liz. Oh, man, you can't miss that tackle, my guy. Come on, Elps.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only Charles in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And
it's I-4 defense.
For them when they utilize him this way.
And partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time.
Wow, run defense out. What I want to do here. Alright, so it's empty bunch. I got a new play for this. I'm gonna break bread with y'all. I got help over there. How about it, Rip Liz? Oh, respect my authority, bro. Boom! Rip Liz! Know what you calling, ain't it? Just gets, like I said, the live reps, man, helps you with your play calling. You don't ever want to stay in one defense the entire game, bro. Match personnel, player assignments, and leverage and coverage. Make sure that you have the guys out there that can play that and do what you're asking them to do.
Does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Should have had a pick on that drive, but kind of play with it, bro. Aiden, let's go. AOC!
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
Get off me. Kind of mix the play calls up here and there based on what you see. Where's my play at? There it is. Sometimes I try to be creative with certain things too. You know, sometimes I'll use a play even though it's not great. That play right there. You don't see a lot of people using that. It's more or less the reps learning how to run it instead of just saying like, oh, this play sucks. I use a lot of off meta shit because like I said, I got the live reps. I practice it, see how it's supposed to be ran, understand the ID checks, understand the gap integrity versus multiple defensive fronts. You know, it's not just one. I don't be like people that sell ebooks and be like, oh, this is how you beat cover 4, and then you see cover 4 and then someone fucking audibles on you. You know, like you got to be able to run your shit versus anything. Good catch. Oh, see how them reads, man. I'm processing. AOC, he said he ready to cook. Y'all remember that video? He like, yeah. He says, give me a chance, man. Look at that dot. Stop blitzing me, bro. Stop blitzing me. You gonna fuck around and find out. You get people playing my game.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you get that kind of momentum...
Match coverage, match personnel.
It does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really...
First and foremost, man, you got to match what's on the field. You got to pay attention to personnel grouping. You don't pay attention to that, you come out in something that's a weak box or something less, you already giving it up. You done fucked up at the point. Pay attention to what they have on the field. You know, I'm running 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. What does that tell you? It's 22 personnel. You have to have your 22 personnel grouping on the field. I'm so good with my defense, bro. You can have that. You can have that. Man, come on, man. Sometimes they get me with the bullshit. Sometimes. Now you want to go back to the bunch. Why flex? He ain't learned his lesson. Bracket. Trap down. Trap down. You ain't gonna have no bunch wide flex over here, bro. A little bit different. We got it. Fabio. Come on, Jones. Yeah, I can make adjustments too, bro. I can make adjustments too. Just gotta change that. Change that. Cover 5 now, bitch. Now what you gonna do? Cover 5 now, bitch. Cover 5 now, bitch. What you gonna do? So I can change my shit fast. Gonna try me again? See, you can user adjust these, man. I'm telling you. You can create all kind of different coverage shells. Once you understand, you know, get a session with me, learn how this shit works.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Give me that. I trick your ass. Dare you to run that scissors on me again. I fucking dare you to run scissors on me again. Fucking dare you to run scissors on me again, you dumbass. Look at him. They rage quit, bro. Look at it. 6-3 game. He gonna quit. Look at it. Look at this shit. With the Chiefs. Defense is going to stress your opponent. Especially if you know what you're doing. See how the play call variation was different based off the formations that he came out in. I didn't come out in one defense versus every fucking thing that he showed up in. I matched up the gap assignments, played zone integrity, didn't give up on the run fits, played the zone coverage. If he beat me with something, I adjusted to it. Okay? There's just certain things like that one side, I adjusted it to a cover 2. You know, where he had the tight end on the RPO go to the flat, I put a soft squat, and just in case he went anything over the top, I put the safety in the deep half. Made it a cover 5. I still had my rip Liz on the trip side, so I didn't have to worry about getting beat over there. And then I had backup support with the hook curl onto the inside. So it's just understanding what your opponent wants. And look, these people get these top tier teams. I don't even take them serious anymore, to be honest. Like most of the time, I don't take them serious because they don't have winning records. You know, like this whole skill-based matchmaking getting removed, it definitely exposed a lot of people. I'll get in situations where I'll play people that, they'll switch over to the top teams. I don't play with a lot of different teams. I used to, but I just gotta keep it 100 with my Raiders. We winning with them. I'm probably gonna get 600 wins before I see 250 losses, man. I think I got a good record. But like I said, man, if y'all want a session with me, bro, for these next 9-10 days is probably the best time to hit me up for them. Black, I'll see about downloading the PS4 version and see if I can get one in with you if that's okay. But end of the day, man, it's all about just win, baby. Appreciate y'all tuning in. As always, I might be back later this evening. I just gotta get me something to eat real quick, get myself together, because usually when I be doing long streams and I don't get nothing in my stomach, man, I don't be into it as much. It kind of was like what happened last night when I got drugged in the fucking CFM game because I was tired. It was like a long ass stream and I just wasn't into it, bro. I'm be honest. I was a little upset. Like I had some good moments, but more often than not, when I get to that point, I have bad moments and it just kind of takes over. Got to work on that. So, like I said, try not to overstream because that stream fatigue will get to you. But other than that, man, tune in, check in. If you're new to the channel, always, man, make sure you subscribe because you're not getting free tips anywhere else. All right? I mean this. You're not getting free tips anywhere else. And buying ebooks is not going to tell you all the shit that I'm going to teach you. So the best thing you can do is sub to the channel. All right? Appreciate y'all tuning in.